What should all change projects do that they seldom take the time to do? Manage transition. We all know that sponsorship is key to a successful project. But we need to support the sponsors in playing that sponsorship role. That means that once your project has been defined and that it's supported at the executive level, you'll need to follow a clear approach to help the organization get organized and ready to change. The first thing you'll need to do, though, is really identify all the characteristics of the change. You'll be looking at, so what's the change? What are the consequences or the impacts of that change on people? On what people? Groups, individuals? Also, what are the operational risks that we need to keep an eye on during the course of the project? Then you'll be able to facilitate the role of your sponsors by using essentially 3 levers: communication, work organization, and training. Now, with your change characteristic well identified, you'll be able to determine what are the key messages that you need to communicate and what are the best communication tools to do it. But be careful. Remember that a good communication plan should be alive and should constantly be adapted to feedback. It should also encourage repetition. It's not because you said it once or because you sent an email that people have gotten the message. That's where the rule of 5 to 7 kicks in. Make sure that you repeat your message at least 5 to 7 times, and by the way, also vary the messenger and the communication tool. Finally, remember to coach your sponsors because they're going to be responsible for delivering most of your messages. A client once told me, we'll implement our CRM system and then, we'll look at processes and work organizations. After all, it's by using it that we're going to figure out how best to use it. Yeah, there are still stories like that out there. In my experience, projects that succeed actually look at their work organization and processes way before they implement. By looking and reviewing your organizational structure, your roles and responsibilities, your workload, etc., you're going to be able to put in place an efficient transition plan. Everybody knows that good training is essential, but it's not enough. If you haven't reviewed work organization, how are you going to make sure that you're sending the right people to the right training? If you haven't clearly communicated to your people what the change is all about and how it's going to affect them, it's probably not going to be very efficient. Training programs need to be realistic and also focus on just-in-time learning. Or else, you're probably going to have to put aside extra budgets just to retrain and coach your people. I'm Manon Champagne, co-founder and president of A+ Transition.